What up?
Freak bitches. You knew that reference?
From Joe Rogan. Yeah.
When people think of the Florida Keys, they imagine packed beaches, lively bars, and iconic spots like the 7 Mile Bridge. But places like Ramrod Swimming Hole remind us there's more to the Keys, corners of history and nature hidden at the edge of the ocean. We drove for almost a day straight and got to the end of the road, just to find a piece of land shaped by time, nature, and lives of other people who came here. The Overseas Highway itself, the road that leads here, has its own story. It's a feat of engineering built on the bones of the Florida East Coast Railway, a railway destroyed by the catastrophic Labor Day hurricane of 1935. That storm reshaped the Keys, washing entire islands and communities into the sea. Driving the highway today feels like skimming across an endless ocean, but it's also a journey over land that barely survived nature's wrath. Ramrod Key, like the rest of the islands, has weathered hurricanes, rising tides, and the slow creep of development that's transformed so much of the Keys. The swimming hole feels untouched, like a snapshot of what the Keys must have been centuries ago, before tourists and resorts defined the landscape. It's easy to imagine the indigenous peoples who once called these islands home, like the Calusa, using similar springs and pools as part of their daily lives. Later, pirates and shipwreck survivors roamed these waters. Even during the Civil War, the Keys played a role as a Union outpost due to their strategic position. What stories could this place tell if the water could speak? How many people throughout the past, like maybe some pirates or Calusa members, have stood here, gazed into this same clear water, and wondered about the future? Now, that future feels uncertain. The Keys are a front line in the battle against rising sea levels. Scientists predict that, within the next century, much of the low-lying land here will be underwater. Places like Ramrod Swimming Hole could become submerged entirely, just another part of the ocean floor. The Keys are already experiencing sunny day flooding, where high tides spill onto roads and into neighborhood. How long will spots like this remain accessible to us? Standing here, looking at this quiet pool, it's impossible not to feel the weight of time. The water is perfectly clear. This place is a reminder of how landscapes change, and are shaped by the elements and by the people who've come before us. The Keys have always been a place in flux, and this swimming hole is no exception. Today, it looks like this, untouched and serene. Tomorrow, it might look completely different. If you visit, you're stepping into a moment in time, a chance to see the Keys as they are today. It's a place that's seen hurricanes, shipwrecks, explorers, and change, and it's still here, waiting for those who take the time to find it. People who came here centuries ago might not recognize it now, and people centuries from now might see something entirely different. That's the beauty of a place like this. It reminds us that the world is always evolving, and we're lucky to see it the way it is right now. So if you're lucky enough to visit Ramrod Swimming Hole, take a moment to appreciate what it means to stand at the edge of the ocean. Respect it, leave no trace, and remember how this corner of the Keys looks today, because who knows what will be underwater by the time you come back. Let us know if you found a place like this, a hidden gem that feels timeless. And if you want to join us in discovering more places like this, hit subscribe and join us for the next one.